And they built something, right? They got something of not just interest, but influence, politics in there. You gotta have talent too, bro. It's a new wave that is here. Caitlin Clark gonna be a lot more smarter. She's gonna have a lot more to say. She's gonna have a lot more to, you feel me?
Kevin Garnett has had enough. The NBA legend is not one to stay silent, and this time he is speaking out against the controversy surrounding Caitlin Clark. The tension in the WNBA has been building, and Garnett is making it clear that he is not going to ignore what is happening. His recent statement about Clark's performance against the Phoenix Mercury has sent shockwaves through the league, forcing fans, analysts, and even players to take notice. Some have praised his honesty, while others believe he is stirring up more division. Either way, his words cannot be ignored. Garnett has always been a straight shooter, never one to sugarcoat the truth. When he talks, people listen because he knows what it takes to succeed at the highest level. He sees the pressure Clark is under and recognizes the way she is being targeted by critics. He also knows that despite the negativity, Clark is proving herself on the court. She is not just surviving in the WNBA, she is thriving, and Garnett believes it is time for people to acknowledge that. For him, this is not just about one player. It is about the way the league is evolving and whether or not people are ready to accept the change that is coming.
It's gonna have to make the pace of the game quicker because they're not scoring enough. In the summer, if you know what I'm saying, go back to where you at respectfully, have camps, have whole bunch of program where you establish, bro.
Right. The WNBA is at a crossroads, and it is impossible to ignore the growing divide within the league. On one side, there is the old guard, made up of veteran players who have spent years building the league's foundation. They have fought for recognition, battled for respect, and worked to establish their place in professional sports. Many of them see Caitlin Clark as an outsider, someone who is receiving attention that they had to fight tooth and nail to get. For some, this frustration has turned into resentment, leading to criticism of Clark's presence in the league. On the other side, there is a new wave of talent, led by players like Clark, who are bringing unprecedented attention to the WNBA. The league is gaining more viewership than ever before, largely because of the excitement surrounding these fresh faces. However, rather than being embraced, many of these young stars are facing resistance. Instead of celebrating Clark's impact, some players and analysts have downplayed her success, claiming she is only in the spotlight because of external factors rather than her actual skill. Angel Reese and Taurasi have been vocal about their opinions, with Reese taking several shots at Clark on and off the court. Taurasi, one of the most accomplished players in WNBA history, has made comments suggesting that Clark still has a lot to prove, despite her immediate impact. These remarks have fueled an ongoing debate about how rookies should be treated, and whether or not the criticism Clark faces is fair. Kevin Garnett sees what is happening, and he is not afraid to call it out. He believes that talent should always be the deciding factor, not personal biases or past frustrations. He knows that the league is changing and that players who refuse to accept this shift will eventually be left behind.
College basketball, where I know more girls than guys. Name five guys in college right now, P. I know Caitlin, I know, you feel me?
I know the girls.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Shout to Dawn Stanley too, man. The Gamecocks second year in a row.
While some are busy trying to discredit Clark, Garnett sees what truly matters. She is putting in the work, proving herself in every game and forcing the league to take her seriously. In his eyes, that is what should count the most. Kevin Garnett has never been one to hand out compliments easily. He comes from an era where respect was earned through relentless work, dedication, and an unshakable mindset. That is why his recent praise for Caitlin Clark has caught everyone's attention. He is not just impressed with her talent, he is impressed with her work ethic, her ability to adapt, and her willingness to push through adversity. Garnett sees something in Clark that separates her from the rest. She is not just another rookie trying to find her place in the WNBA. She is actively shaping her own path, refusing to back down no matter how much criticism or pressure she faces. While others took the Olympic break as a chance to rest, Clark saw it as an opportunity to sharpen her skills. She spent countless hours in the gym, studying game film and perfecting every aspect of her game. This kind of preparation is something Garnett deeply respects. He has always believed that greatness is built behind the scenes, in those moments when no one is watching. He knows what it takes to be elite, and he sees that same drive in Clark. While some players rely on natural talent, Clark combines her skill with tireless effort, constantly working to improve. Garnett recognizes that this is what separates good players from great ones.
This gamemanship, I'll just go with the game. All this, P, you know exactly what I'm saying. Bro, you have to come in here, bro, in the drill, old head, ready on the drill. You hear me? It's a sign of respect when niggas start.
He also understands the mental toughness it takes to succeed at the highest level. Clark has been targeted both on and off the court, facing criticism from players, analysts, and even some fans. But instead of letting it break her, she has used it as fuel. Garnett knows what that feels like. He built his career on silencing doubters and proving people wrong. Now he sees Clark doing the same thing, and he has no doubt that she is built for this moment. Clark's dedication paid off in a major way when she faced the Phoenix Mercury in what many are calling her breakout game. This was the moment she officially arrived, proving beyond a doubt that she was ready to take over. She did not just play well, she dominated. From the very first possession, it was clear that something had changed. Clark was not just reacting to the game, she was controlling it. She dropped 29 points, dished out 10 assists, and grabbed 5 rebounds in a performance that left the Mercury scrambling to keep up. But the stats do not tell the full story. What made this game so special was the way Clark played. She looked like a leader, directing her teammates, making smart decisions, and stepping up in the biggest moments. One of the biggest criticisms Clark had faced was whether she could handle physicality and pressure in the WNBA. The Mercury tried to test her, sending tough defenders at her, trying to knock her off her game. It did not work. Instead, Clark rose to the occasion, hitting tough shots, threading perfect passes, and staying composed when it mattered most.
At a deeper level, for her, it wasn't just about playing basketball, it was about mastering it. But she didn't stop with just watching tapes. Clark knew she needed to get stronger to compete with the experienced players in the...
By the time the final buzzer sounded, there was no denying what had just happened. Clark had not just played a great game, she had sent a message to the entire league. She was here to stay, and she was only getting started. Kevin Garnett saw it too. He knew this was the moment Clark had been preparing for. He recognized the confidence in her game, the poise under pressure, and the hunger to win. For him, this was proof that Clark was more than just hype. She was the real deal. Whether people wanted to accept it or not, she changed the WNBA right in front of their eyes. Caitlin Clark's rise in the WNBA has not come without its challenges. In fact, no player in recent memory has faced as much pressure as she has. From the moment she was drafted, expectations were sky high. She was hailed as the future of the league, a generational talent who could change the game. But with that level of hype comes an equal amount of criticism, and Clark has felt the weight of it from every angle. Opponents on the court have made it clear they are not going to roll out the red carpet for her. Some players have gone beyond simple competition, making it personal, taking extra shots at her and trying to intimidate her. Instead of being embraced as a talented rookie, Clark has been treated as a target. Every mistake she makes is magnified, every bad game dissected, and every reaction analyzed for signs of weakness. The media has not made things any easier. Some analysts have questioned whether she is as good as advertised, nitpicking her performances while downplaying her achievements. When she struggles, it becomes the biggest headline in sports. When she succeeds, her critics say it is only because of the attention she receives. It is a no-win situation.
Late in games, when the stakes are highest, Clark doesn't shy away from the moment. She embraces it. She made crucial plays, hit clutch shots, and most importantly, made the right decisions when it mattered most.
Social media has added another layer of pressure. Every game, every play, and every interview sparks debate. Fans argue over whether she deserves the spotlight. Some praise her skills, while others mock her, waiting for any opportunity to tear her down. The constant criticism, sometimes bordering on personal attacks, would be enough to break most players. But Clark has handled it with remarkable composure. Through it all, she has stayed focused. Instead of responding to the negativity, she has let her game do the talking. She continues to show up, put in the work, and improve. She understands that greatness does not come without resistance. Every legend before her has had to deal with doubters. She is no different. Kevin Garnett has seen enough. He is not the type to sit back and watch talented players get torn down for no reason, and now he is calling out the haters who have been relentlessly targeting Clark. Garnett knows what it is like to be under a microscope. He entered the NBA straight out of high school with people questioning whether he was ready. He faced the pressure, the expectations, and the critics who wanted him to fail. That is why he recognizes what Clark is going through and why he is not staying silent. In a recent statement, Garnett made it clear that Clark is dealing with more than just the normal challenges of being a rookie. He sees the extra physicality, the blatant attempts to get under her skin, and the way some players and fans are trying to push her out instead of welcoming her in. To him, it is not just competition, it is personal, and it is unnecessary. Garnett pointed out that Clark is not complaining about the treatment she is receiving, she is just playing the game. She is working hard, getting better, and proving she belongs. Yet instead of respecting that, some people are determined to tear her down. Garnett does not respect that. He believes in tough competition, but he also believes in fair play. His words serve as a warning to those who are more focused on hating Clark than recognizing her talent. He is reminding everyone that she is not going anywhere no matter how much pressure they try to put on her. If anything, the more they push, the stronger she will become. And as far as Garnett is concerned, they are only making it easier for her to prove them wrong. Caitlin Clark's future in the WNBA is one of the most talked about topics in the basketball world. She has already shown flashes of brilliance in her rookie season, proving that she has the talent, drive, and mental toughness to compete at the highest level, but the question remains, how far can she go? Clark's potential is undeniable. She is already one of the most skilled offensive players in the league, with an elite shooting ability, court vision, and playmaking instincts that few players possess. If she continues to develop her game, particularly in areas like defense and physicality, she has a legitimate chance to become one of the best players in WNBA history. One of the biggest factors in her future success will be how she adapts to the league's physicality. The WNBA is known for its intense, aggressive style of play, and Clark has already faced tough challenges from veteran defenders who are not willing to make her transition easy. However, she has shown resilience, responding to the extra physicality by refining her skills, making quicker decisions, and finding new ways to be effective on the court. Another key to her success will be the support she receives from her team and coaching staff. Having the right system and teammates around her can help her maximize her strengths while also improving her weaknesses. If her team builds around her talent and gives her the right opportunities, Clark could elevate her squad into championship contention in the coming years. Beyond just her individual performance, Clark has the potential to be the face of the WNBA. Her presence has already generated unprecedented attention for the league, bringing in new fans, increasing viewership, and expanding the WNBA's overall influence. If she continues on her current trajectory, she could be the player who takes the league to new heights. But with that level of fame and influence comes even more pressure. Clark will have to navigate the challenges of being under constant scrutiny while staying focused on her ultimate goal, winning. Every great player in basketball history has faced obstacles, and Clark is no exception. What will define her career is how she responds to them. Kevin Garnett, who has seen what it takes to become a basketball legend, believes that Clark has all the tools necessary to succeed. He has made it clear that she is not just a passing sensation, she is here to stay. If she continues to develop her game, block out the negativity, and maintain her relentless work ethic, there is no limit to what she can accomplish. The WNBA is changing, and Caitlin Clark is at the center of that transformation. Her future is not just about personal achievements, it is about the legacy she will leave behind. And if her current trajectory is any indication, that legacy could be one of the greatest the league has ever seen.